Were we at the top of the order?
As we seek to consecrate the grounds of St. Andrew's Church, like I said in the chat there, Barovia itself takes issue with such an action. And the agents of darkness set upon our adventure and the town of the Locking Neck. Engaged in some heated combat with the creatures of the night, we find ourselves at the top of
Round 4, fight.
Alright. Derek, after having smashed into the wall from the blast of energy from Aaron, goes back onto his feet, looks at the vampire in front of him that just got into bump into him. It just goes, "Well, I've seen whores in Waterdeep more hungry to suck a man dry. See what you can do." Yeah, and then I completely miss on that.
Balls.
And I will go with my second hand. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh,
Woo! Fucking nat 20.
Why that motherfucking... wait, you can't get sneak attack damage right now, can you?
Yes, I can.
Jesus.
Well, that's 2, so that's going to be
Man.
2 plus 4, 6, and another more damage. So that's going to be 12 points of damage. Non-magical, this one. And that's going to be my turn, regretting insulting the vampire in front of me.
Yeah, that tends to happen. When insults are your main... So, which of the party members is looking like they've took the most damage?
Definitely Ragnar.
Okay, yeah, I'm near
It's definitely
Kragnar.
between Kragnar and me. I don't think you can see me.
Yeah, and from Corvus'
Nope.
perspective, you'd probably be able to see Kragnar for sure. But Aaron, most likely not.
Okay, it looks like Marco is down. Is he down?
Yes, he is
Vampire
down.
Marco?
He is down and dead and dusted in holy water.
Okay,
He's no
cool,
more.
awesome. All right, since that is the case, I'm gonna go ahead and heal Kragnar. Yeah, we're gonna go with a Cure Wounds.
Ooh, I'll take it.
My spell list is getting too big. Yikes. I'll use the bonus action for a healing word as well. But I gotta find the Cure Wounds. I can't see it.
Nine.
There it is. Jeez. It's so hard to find.
During your turn to Corvus, while you're doing this, Father Lucian says to you, "We must make quick work of them. If not, then we must last them out. There may be little light in Barovia, but there is daylight still, and the sun rises soon."
Oh, he's implying they'll probably flee before the sunrise. That makes sense.
Yeah. Ragnar's wounds heal up. And
Yeah, I gave Kragnar some decent healing there, and then I will
he
use
looks
my...
at you and gives you a nod.
I'll use my special Misty Step to get onto the roof. I'm gonna end up right here, though. Can't go. I'm right behind David. I don't
Welcome.
think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can move anymore. So I'll end my turn here.
Cool.
And that's my long rest, Misty Step.
As an incidental, David takes notice to you as well and just kind of hisses in your direction.
I'm behind you now. Oh,
That
well,
may be,
it's
that may be
fine.
that may be rather unfortunate. I did eye list for you right before combat started, so you can see the turtle.
Yeah, well, I haven't been hit yet, and he's got to beat 19. So let's see it.
Let's see it.
Call out. I think that was a call out.
Yeah, a little bit. I can take it. I'm not scared. Not that scared. I'm a little scared. I'm only level 5.
That was a quick jump from scared to not scared.
I'm not scared. I'm a little scared. I'm a little
Hey,
fine.
that's the best I could do for confidence. All right.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
roll on 19. Let's see it. No, I'm fine. I am terrified.
All right, let's
They
give
do
you
have a good attack bonus, so
let's give you a fancy attack.
I'm feeling lucky.
You feeling lucky, punk?
I'm feeling like a lucky punk, yeah. For now, until I get unlucky.
Wrong.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
That appears to be a hit.
I'll take that 7.
His
Ouch,
hiss
all
turns into a growl, and then he lunges at you. And as he does, he rips flesh from your skin with his bare hands. The sheer force that he does this with, it's like an enraged tiger just struck at you. And
Ouch.
yeah, that's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage.
I take it like a man with a stoic face.
Like a man elf.
Yes, an elf. Man elf.
A mouth, if you will.
Yeah, you are kind of a melf, dude. I never mentioned it before, but I was looking at you the other day and thinking,
Just-
hmm.
just wish that into being back.
You are a man elf. Makes you a melf, dude. There's no denying.
Orvis is a elf for sure.
Well done. Well done, Hero Forge. Alright, with that, our deceased friend Marco would have been up, but instead it's his
We
brother.
got him.
His brother Max.
Marco's down. Marco is down.
We're gonna remove Marco from combat too. Alright. Do a little flipperoo of the camera here. Maybe Marco, Max is back there with,
It's the thirsty
Derek.
man sucker.
yeah, he's Derek and our friend Aaron. He's right in front of Tarek, just very, 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 very concerned with Tarek's attacking power and his ability to distract with words.
Eh,
He looks at you desperately, hungrily. And with that, he reaches out to try and bite. I'm doing all manual commands today, so bear with me on the delay as you hear me rattling away.
He has to do though. However, he has to do it at disadvantage because of my displacer cloak.
I can redo that then. That's once more a 27.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, so that's what 19 total damage.
Yes, 7 piercing, 12 necrotic.
So
That's. Oh, I would almost.
I am down. Erok just gets bit in the
Erok
neck
down.
and just passes out. You still suck, and passes out.
Fuck.
And for the time being, just take into a note there for your character that necrotic damage is going to prevent that 12 hit points of healing. So it's coming right off the maximum hit points. Ouch.
Oh, so if you receive healing, he still has the -12 from his max. Oof.
essentially, he can still get healed, but for right now, 12 hit points have been essentially shaved off his max score.
Oh, does that apply to Kragnar's necrotic that he took earlier as well?
Yep.
I don't remember how much of what I took was necrotic and how much wasn't.
We can catch that. Let's see here.
Yeah, looks like I healed you for 27. It shouldn't go into. You were heavily damaged.
Barbarians have a beefy fucking health pool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it'll be lower.
Might have to roll a new character now.
Trying to remember, you got bit by Marco, so it would have been a Marco's turn. All right, you know what? I'm gonna say, given your stricken nature, I'll let your hit point maximum slide, as you've got plenty to deal with that bite as is. There's other things to contend with, I suppose. So.
All right. I think that's fair.
As far as lowering or raising the challenge level for you, I think that just raises it to a place that's probably gonna be not very fun for you. So. Let's stay away from that, shall we? All right. Well,
I like it.
Yeah. In that case,
that's a fair ruling.
I like it. Yeah. In that case, let's let you slide on your first bit of necrotic damage there as well, so we're not accused of playing favorites later. So Tarak, you can disregard that. You still have 38 total hit points.
Oh, all right. I was fine with it.
Yeah, but if we're not going to do it for him, I won't do it for you too. But there is some other, obviously things that are going to take effect after being bit by a vampire. Not to be taken lightly. Seek medical attention directly after the battle would be my advice.
I would be metagaming. No, of course I will. That's if I survive.
Yeah, right. It's wishful thinking. All right, well, in that case, after Max bites onto Tarak, doing the damage that he does, total of 19 damage, it should be Artemiin's turn.
Yes, indeed. Seeing that that David has begun lunging for Corvus, Artemiin spies an opportunity and quickly reaches into his pouch on his side and pulls out a flask. I'm wondering, it's a flask of holy water. I'm wondering, can I put a bit in my mouth and get up close and spit it on him? Spray it?
I'm thinking about this. There's a famous wrestler who used to do that. His name is Rey Mysterio. I think a lot of them stole it from him afterwards.
If you do it with a melee attack, you at least get advantage.
You getting up on the turnbuckle before you do it? I'll only allow it if you get up on top of that little ledge before you do it.
I mean, I am blade singing. I have advantage on acrobatics.
No, you can do that. We'll say though, instead of a normal ranged attack, I want to see a performance check to see if you could do this.
All right, let's see.
Artemiin going full luchador on us.
Hope he's good at that.
17.
It's pretty damn good, and that is gonna hit.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you
Alright.
spray out, and it just like it rains on him like a perfect shower.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it doesn't fucking feel good either, bitch.
Some would say a certain type of shower.
Kind of are reminded of the sound of if any of your mothers did some childhood cooking for you in your fantasy home worlds. The sound of that greasy, slightly dirty black skittle or skillet that she would use as she'd.
I know, you don't have to explain it. Just make the sound effect, all right?
Yeah, I can't make the sound effect though. My headset it won't allow me to make sound effects.
I'll do it.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. I need my my soundboard up. I think
Hell yeah, dude.
I may have a sound for that. Maybe Steam or
That would be
something like
awesome.
that. Who knows? I'll have to
If
find
you
one.
make it.
That is one situation where, yes.
Are we calling that
It'd be
the
perfect.
same, like, described mechanical effect as above?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go to the soundboard and, oh yeah. Love it. There you go.
Yeah.
All right,
Sweet.
so
This skin made that
We
noise?
got those
Great.
apps installed.
Yeah, 7 radiant damage. And I guess
Ooh. It's a lot of hubbub for a little damage.
that is gonna be my turn now. Back up. Maybe entice him to come after me and blow up. Actually, wait, no. That already passed. He didn't move on his turn. Damn. In that case, I'm not gonna move away. Provoke an attack. Fuck that.
Yes, I would like the advantage. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
And that is our feared barbarian Kragnar up.
Oh, okay. You guys in the back, you hear this "Rah!" from the front,
Oh shit.
and Kragnar is going to bust ass through the room. So let me see if I can get Tailspire to cooperate with me here. Find Kragnar. Phase 1, find Kragnar. Okay. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's in the room. Rah! You hear the growling getting progressively louder and coming towards the door of the room. 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 40 move. So that's his move. Now he will dash. 1,
Fucking do it, Kragnar.
2. He's gonna barrel through the door.
Oh, you-
Smash through the door.
No problem at all.
I'm
3.
glad I'm not standing in front of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You just get fucking beamed.
4.
The door splinters behind you, Aaron, as you and Ivanka are slightly startled by the noise behind you.
His
Okay,
just a
and-
wall of
Just-
fucking flesh blasts through it.
Wood splinters bounce off my armor as a wall of flesh comes through the door.
Oh, and he can still, that's right, with a bonus action, he can still take a weaponed attack with Frenzied Rage. So he will move up behind this guy. Flanking, I guess? Do we do flanking? I forget.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Hells, yeah.
I'm down
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're down. Okay. If you're down, I think
I'm not a
then
threat.
he is going to take a wild, reckless swing at the vampire who downed you. And here we go. Let me just set all this up. He's using Great Weapon Master,
Max just grins back at you.
and it is standard. Okay, I think it is set up. Okay, we're set up. Here comes the Great Axe Strike. Okay, it's going to look like a hit. Probably a 21. Is a 21 hit?
21 is going to hit.
Dealing out a whopping 26 slashing damage.
Ouch.
Fuck.
And at the end of my turn, I will sustain the necrotic bite damage of 3d6.
Oh man, you get another one every turn. Yikes.
Do I get that as I'm dying though? Because that's gonna be instant death saves.
I don't know.
Sorry, I missed the latter half of what John said to answer that question.
So he's getting damage every turn from his bite. Do I get the same?
Yeah, you guys have the same effect on you right now, so you should be suffering the same effects then at every turn. Let's see here.
That would be death saves.
No,
I
but
mean,
you're
it fails.
you're no longer dead. You're up. I think you're up.
No, I'm not.
Mm-mm.
Oh. I thought he undid that.
No, that
He
was just a
undid
necrotic.
The
Oh.
Minus
HP
12.
maximum
Yeah.
loss was undone, but nothing else.
Dan, do you want me to roll the necrotic damage to take some of the load off of your rolling?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to read something right now to give a proper answer there for him, because, to be honest,
12 necrotic.
you shouldn't be really rolling anything but death saves right now. There should be nothing else perturbing.
I mean, an automatic fail. That's what I meant. Sorry.
I guess I'm misunderstanding why it would be an automatic fail on the death save.
I'm taking damage every turn. But if you
He thinks because of the bite, because I'm taking 3d6 every round alone.
Oh, but see,
He-
he's taking 3d6 at the end of his turn. So you would need to do that at the end of your turn in order for it to interrupt your saving throw. I mean, I'm sorry, you'd need to do it at the beginning of your turn in order for it to interrupt your saving throw.
Right.
Would you not?
Yeah, no, but does that give me a fail?
No.
No, okay, good.
I think you have a chance to do it before you ever take any damage.
Sounds good. No, as long as that's what it is, I'm
Well,
good with that.
Just how I interpret it. If you guys interpret it differently, I could understand the confusion, but I don't think you're insta-dead because you're taking damage at the end of your turn, and when you're downed, the first thing that you should be doing is rolling death saving throws, not taking any effect damage, especially if the effect damage says it's taken at the end of your turn.
I'm gonna go with your call. If you're saying no,
So
I'm good with
get
that.
up.
Yeah,
Get
I just
Ragnar
wanted to make sense too.
Ragnar yells, "Get up, Tara!"
I'm shutting up right now.
No, not shut up.
No,
Get up.
He's saying get up.
Oh, okay, that's the same thing.
Yeah, basically, shut up and get up. He wants you to live. He wants you to survive alongside of him.
Right,
I
Ragnar around right then. Positive sword. It's raging. He has no technique whatsoever with his axe. It is all wild ass swings. All right, Tarok, time to do your death save.
But it is. Oh shit.
Isn't that right?
No,
It's
nope.
his
It's
turn, isn't
Ivanka's turn. Then it's
Okay,
Aaron.
all right.
Well, we also got to remember that Aaron got 0.
I say, yeah, I'm dead last. Actually, I got -1.
You know, if the arc does go out, it still got out like going a fuck you to the guy. So I'm not gonna be happy about it.
See, right now though, you getting that -1's a good thing because your turn's coming up soon.
What?
I said because your turn's coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I started laughing while talking. That never makes me sound clear. Let's see here. sheer hatred in her eyes, looking in the direction of Aaron with a mix of some sort of contemptuous desire. He lunges forward, her talons outstretched. Oh boy.
Oh, not one.
Finally.
Oh my goodness! It doesn't hit me.
You're wearing armor, though, are you not? Pauldron of
Yeah.
some kind? She lashes out, her hand gets stuck in your pauldron. Consider her grappled. She has no movement speed on her next turn until she breaks the grapple.
Oops.
Interesting.
She's also stuck to you.
Yeah. Heath have a short range.
Easy
Does
advantage.
Say this does not improve my situation. Does that give me advantage on range?
I'm going to
So
give you advantage
Nope.
since you got kind of shafted with the nat one. On this initial attack, let's say, from her nat one. How about that? Stumbles forward clumsily into you right as you get your turn.
He makes her spin, puts a rose in her mouth, and goes, "Hooray!"
yes, that's exactly what I do.
I was
That's what I would do.
I was gonna say that seems like what Tara would do. Very apt and appropriate, in my opinion. Right before you run her through.
I'll roll the dice here.
Yeah, you're not allowed to die this session for sure, Tara, because I got some cool stuff planned for knowledge of the Kenku race. It's got to be dropped soon.
I would love to see it.
Some diamonds around because we never bought any.
It's all going to depend on the dice
Bam.
rolls.
Oh, I'm in your favor.
Right. I'm gonna
Check
draw
it
my
out.
hand up to my chest and kind of clench my fingers with magical runes and symbols still lit, wrapped around my wrist. One glows, and you see green sparks of electricity sparking between my fingers, and I'll grab the wrist of her arm that's currently stuck in my pauldron and cast Witch Bolt. Uh, 17.
That'll hit.
Alright. Takes 6 damage.
Impressive.
And that'll be my turn.
Now I got to make a death roll.
Ivanka sort of laughs at you, cackling. You'll have to do better than that. And that should be Tara up.
So how do you roll the dice already? Because I forgot since
Oh,
last
no
time.
worries. It's exclamation R space D20.
Sounds good. So less than 10, it's a failure. More than 10, it's a success. It's a failure.
What? The closest you could possibly get. Damn it.
Oh, God. All right. That's Derek's turn.
Gotta do two more of those to really make it a sad song. We need
I'll look it up.
3 successes.
I'm just going to do fucking one
Can you
just
even
for
get
the hell of
letters
it.
to death saves anymore?
Nope.
Like, just generic pluses to saves don't help for death?
Nope. Straight up roll, my friend.
Yeah,
Unless you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you actually might be right about that, Michael. That race.
I just looked it up. You don't.
No,
Yeah,
no
they might have
bonuses.
specifically decided to kill mods to them altogether. Yeah.
There are certain races that give you advantage on death saves.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that star, I think, something like that.
Reborn also.
Oh. That's why he knows.
I also cannot have my maximum HP reduced in any way.
Ah. Well, next person.
That should be Corvus up.
Alrighty. Yeah. How injured does David in front of me look?
I have been lighting him on fire. Basically, the
Right,
entire
yeah,
time
right
he's been
now
up.
he's got like sizzled bacon bits all over his face from the, holy water shower that he was just given. He's not looking good, I'll tell you that much. It's hard to tell how durable he really looks because he looks pretty shitty as soon as he walked up. He was undead.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that.
He looks dead.
All right. Okay. I'm going to break concentration on let go of the storm, and the storm kind of responds and recedes a little bit, and when I let go of the spell, and I'm going to begin casting Conjure Animals.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's such a cool spell.
And I'm going to summon the wolves on the ground because they're not going to fit up here on the roof. There's no room, and they can't get down, so the wolves are going to spawn on the ground below me.
Would you like them to spawn in a specific place?
Yeah, they're like near the entrance to the church down here.
Got it. I'll get some wolves out there for you.
Are you going with
And then-
2 dire wolves or 8 regular wolves?
Probably 8 regular wolves.
Or 45 rats.
45 what?
Rats.
Oh, I didn't even add the rat. I gotta see there. Didn't think about that.
I've
Is
seen
that
the
really
best.
a choice?
I've seen an
No,
amazing.
Not that many, but I think rats is the choice. Yeah.
I've seen an amazing third-party spell on a druid on another game. It's called a swarm of rabid squirrels, which basically the same
it's got a
stats.
challenge rating of 0. I see. Dang, you could do cranium rats too. They can cast spells. Damn.
I would like to cast fireball with my rat.
Yeah. It might have some mechanic where it like takes all their turns to do that or something like that, but
Yeah.
that's what I would do.
I'd like to cast whisk with my rat.
Yeah, there's 800 cranium rats here. What do you expect, dude?
Suddenly everything is cheese.
So the wolves are going to immediately charge through the church like a pack of angry mongrels,
Yes.
and they're going to swarm up the area back here behind the church.
Good. Yeah.
And suddenly, for you guys back there behind the church, you just hear
need
some
help.
magic and some like shimmering sounds, and then suddenly you hear wolves snarling everywhere, and they just come charging through the church, kind of like Kragnar, except it's all fur and barking and.
I'm just picturing the
Snarling.
commotion running through that central room. Like he's trying to cast this spell. He's trying to cast the Hallow spell, and first Kragnar's running through, and then afterwards 8 wolves running through.
Yeah, Victus is not a fan of you guys.
Sorry.
You have no
Tracking
sanctity
dirt
for this.
You're tracking dirt into my church.
Sorry.
Alright, I got some vicious wolves out here for you. I am going to start giving you control of them slowly. I will also try to number them. I don't know if I need to number them, but I will.
Well, I'll start attacking now, 'cause since there's 8 of them. 4 are gonna attack Max, and 4 are gonna attack. What's her name? Ivanka. That makes sense.
They're gonna need to move to get to Ivanka and Max. They're rushing through the church. I will get them there. No worries.
No problem, guy. We got this covered.
Okay, gotta find the dice. What was the dice again? That's the main thing I need.
I think it's 10d10.
All right, we'll do attacks, I guess. This is against Max. First wolf. How come it's not letting me repeat my command? What? We're gonna have to copy and paste this, I see. All right, 23 hits, I'm guessing.
Yes.
That first one, we rolled an 18.
All right, that's 6 to Max. 21 hits.
Oh, he's rolling pack tactics with advantage, I believe is what's happening.
That's right.
I see.
Another 6 to Max. That one likely misses.
11.
And that one misses too. And then these are against Ivanka. 15. 15 again.
Damn, 3 in a row.
12.
Wow.
The last one. 23.
There we go.
Whoop. That was wrong.
What spell was that? I girls have
Conjure
never seen it.
animal.
Summon wolves.
You can summon all sorts of stuff with it and upcast it. It's really versatile.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
Ivanka
yeah.
takes
Summon-
6 and Max takes 13.
Ah.
Yeah, you can
Let's
summon
use
rats
the-
that can cast spells of an unknown level.
I like using it for transport because you can summon 2 giant eagles.
You're lucky. Some DMs like force that, like they say, like they have to do they choose what gets summoned.
Lotor.
I'll use my bonus action to put my hunter's mark on David too, and then end my turn.
That would take away all player agency.
I was gonna say, I think those are the ones that really, really want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
That is-
Wait, Hunter's Mark is concentration, you'll lose your wolves.
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. Forgot that was concentration.
Ooh, woo.
I'll just
Sorry.
attack then. You're
Don't let
right.
Jam you.
And also, can you do 2-level spells in one turn?
No.
Hmm.
Oh, I get advantage. Hey,
There you go, buddy.
30, 20. All right, I hit David for 6 as well. Then end my turn.
What'd you hit him with? Sorry.
My offhand attack bonus action.
Got it.
Oh, plus 8. That's a filthy 20.
Yeah, it really is.
There is a wolf in my space.
There are lots of them. Yeah, 8 is a lot. I can't control them. Oh well.
I fucking lost control of him. Good luck.
Oh, I think I got this one though.
Oh boy,
Yep.
it's David's turn. What's he gonna do?
That would be it.
He's sandwiched up here.
Mm, I don't think that's wolf's meant to be there. All 8 of them are down there. They're properly placed.
Yeah.
You can ignore them.
In front of your very eyes, David's form begins to change. From that, what you see in front of you, into a small winged flying creature.
Bastard.
He's pissing off.
As he changes into bat form, he flies upwards 30 feet into the air.
Do I get an opportunity attack? Do we
Yeah,
get
me
opportunity
too.
attack?
Yeah. I would say one of you can have an opportunity attack.
You got the flaming sword. Go for it.
God damn it. Rolled a fucking 12.
Yeah, I don't know if the flanking advantage still applies.
Oh, wait. Are we doing that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It might. I'm not. I think it does. I think it does.
From the position he's in when he takes off, I would say yes.
Yeah, because he's pinched between us.
So 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah.
Burn him.
Sorry. All right. So let me roll that damage for the fire. And then roll the weapon. So 20 points of damage.
Wow.
Man, that's
10
what I
of it-
want my
10 of it
flame blade to do.
piercing, 10 of it fire.
My freaking flame blade only works in a free hand. What is that crap?
You, too, can spend an attunement slot for a flaming sword.
Yeah.
Max kind of observes his surroundings, seeing himself being nipped at by wolves really at all sides, looks to the skies, and polymorphs into a bat.
Fucking bastards. I knew this was gonna happen.
He flies
As soon as I
30
pulled
feet
my trump
up into
card.
the air. And anybody within 5 feet who is willing can take an attack of opportunity as well. I think that's Kragnar.
I'll swing at him. All right. Ragnar takes a swipe. Oh, we may have our first miss. It's only a 12.
Good old vampire privilege.
Uh, 12 probably misses.
It does indeed, yep.
Okay. Wild swing.
Oh,
I'm back. I'm through with you.
And after Max, it would be Artemiin up.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
All right, so my turn. This dude flew away. He's 30 feet up in the air. Yes. Okay, I think at this point I don't have too many ranged options other than just good old-fashioned firebolt. Is he still within visual range? Or did he fly around a fucking corner?
No, he flew upwards, still within visual range of you.
Okay, well then yeah, I'm gonna lob firebolt at him. 23 to hit.
That is also going to hit.
For, boo, 9 points of fire damage. And then I suppose I'm going to begin shuffling off to the back where I can hear more sounds of combat.
Sounds like vicious snarling of a pack of dogs or wolves at the moment. And Kragnar, you are up, back around the corner.
Ragnar says, "Not through with you, bah!" And he will chuck, very confident in his accuracy with the javelin after the 120-foot ankle snag in the forest. He will chuck a jab at the bat. And it's 30 feet away.
Yes, yep, 30 feet in the
Alright.
air, and I'll get those minis raised up in just a minute here.
Okay. Here comes Jav Chuck number 1. At 22. Launching a jab for 9 piercing.
Eat 'em.
Then he grabs a second javelin, jumps up on the windowsill next to him, jumps in the air, and chucks it. Ah. Sweat flying off of his dreads as he does. 27 to hit. For 8 more piercing damage with jab 2. And does he get a bonus action third throw with Frenzied Rage? Let me see.
Shine on Kragnar.
Melee.
Shine on.
It's a melee weapon attack, so no.
No, I think much like in BG3, you have to kill something or crit.
Yep. Okay. Then he is finished with his turn. Wonder where those javelins are going to come down.
They're just going to be
Again.
stuck in the roof of the church.
Small child carrying a cart full of apples.
Yeah.
The same small child that got hit by 2 blasts of fire.
He's a real jerk sometimes, you know that?
Hey, that kills the kill.
He would have been an adventurer, but
wrong.
alas, he took a javelin to the knee.
Or the face in this case.
It happens sometimes, you know? It happens sometimes.
Jab to the dome.
I can't believe that Skyrim reference went unnoticed.
Oh no, I know. Yep. That's on a grave, right?
I'm thoroughly involved with trying to get this mini to float 30 feet in the air right now. Forgive me. You must forgive me. Alright, well, now he's good. Now I can put him...
My god, he's actually a bat. I am
Makes
impressed.
me think of Solitude on her broom of flying.
Makes you just a little bit jealous, huh?
Yep.
Good old Sally. Alright. Let's see here. After that sweet javelin throw, the Revenge of the Nerds,
Yep.
that is Ivanka up. Similar fashion to her friends there, with likely no surprise to the party.
Took the lead, did she?
Ivanka polymorphs into a bat.
I always thought it was Lead, but it's not. That's weird. Weird.
The answer is most likely going to be no to this, but does that self-imposed grapple effect do anything here?
Eh.
In this case, when she polymorphs, her hand is retracted from the armor almost immediately. So no.
Gotcha.
Nah, shape-shifting really helps with that stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah, just like teleportation. I just figured. I'd ask.
And she is going to fly wisely much further away this time than her friendly companions.
Uses her dash action, yeah.
Well, to be honest, I was going to say that, but there was lots of questions imposed right as I was saying what I was going to do with that
Hey,
character.
the others didn't. That's on them.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's actually on me, but
Ah, well, fair enough. They could be trying to bluff us, yo.
you never know. Or they're just repositioning. It looks like they have you surrounded at the moment. You see bats all around the building now.
I get a sick attack of opportunity.
Oh, I would say so.
Mm-hmm. 15.
Sick though it may be, it misses, and it is now your turn. You may take an attack at that, as we're near the end of round 5.
5. Right.
So Witch Bolt essentially connects me to a target. Would polymorphing affect that in any way?
Connects you to the target.
Yeah, it says beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range.
She
Make
needs
a
to
ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d12, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal an additional d12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
She needs to be within range of the spell, otherwise the spell fails. Witch Bolt is bad for that.
Oh, yeah, you did say she's beyond 30 feet. Didn't she?
60 feet
Okay.
right now.
60
Yeah.
feet. Alright. Let's nix that, and I'll throw another firebolt. Same 15. Miss.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Firebolts are one third effective so far.
Yeah.
And at the top of round 6, Derek will roll his second death saving throw.
None of
Come on, Tara.
None of one.
Yeah.
But that's a success.
All right. As that roll comes up, let's take a quick 3-minute break here because I have to be really bad.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, at least
Hopefully-
you're honest.
hopefully somebody has something to save me.
Oh, you'll be fine. Quit being a baby. Hey, and it's your fault for only having 26 HP.
I mean,
I got 38. I got to hit a bunch.
Ragnar,
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Ragnar
I'm
can
wrong. Then.
stabilize you.
I'll eat that one.
Or maybe even one of the wolves can stabilize you. Give you a party lick
That would be really cool. If like your
I mean-
animal empathy or something was high enough, you could do something like that. But
I
I'm
mean,
not
your
sure.
familiars can stabilize you.
Okay,
As
that's
long as it's an
different.
ally.
That's different because
Yeah.
Spotty's around. I have a familiar around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through
No.
Turok's
Are
perception,
you
the
sure a
wolves are
familiar can do
allies.
that?
No,
I
you
never heard
can't.
anything like that, but I'll take your word for it if you're sure.
Every game I've ever played, familiar, as long as it's an ally, you can be stabilized.
Interesting. I would take advantage of that, no doubt.
Well, I should be okay as long as I don't roll a 1.
I think I forgot to take. Didn't I forget to take my bite damage after my last turn? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Sure did.
Here we go.
I also realized that I
Suffering
have
9 more damage.
Well, actually, two things I realized. One, I had shield this whole time. I just wasn't scrolled up far enough to see it.
Any character, bro. Any character.
Well, shield's 1 turn.
Yeah, but he would have. Did you even get bit though? It has to be the bite attack.
No, I wouldn't have got bit, but I could have missed a lot of this fucking damage because it just flatly raises your AC by
Well,
5.
You've
For one turn.
learned your lesson then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
any character, bro.
it's not much major armor though. It's 1 turn.
Yeah, it's just a
Still.
reaction.
That's true.
As long as you save the slot it occupies, yeah.
Yeah, you use a spell slot every single time you use it. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've noticed in BG3 it lets everybody handle spells all willy-nilly, which is what everybody does on pen and paper, let's be honest.
Yeah. You can always spam that bonus action healing word no matter what you cast in your main attack.
Yeah, it lets you swap out
Right.
spells on the go without
I know.
any penalty.
Yeah, it does it does allow you to make 2-level spells. That is true. Which is normally not supposed to.
Yeah, BG3 actually makes healing much more useful.
Yeah, I don't swap it out on the go, like, just all like that, but I'd like to. Like, yeah, I intentionally put 2 heal slots in, but, like, I shouldn't have to,
Do you still even have spell slots left? Because I might need some healing.
Me? Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, I can
Right.
consume some spell slots for healing.
should be
But I'm
able
on the
to
roof,
get
so.
all
Yeah.
of the necromancy spells across all of the classes.
And
To
just
be
like
honest,
that
Corey
crap.
doesn't even know you're down right now, Tarok.
Yeah, no.
Ragnar
And
will
I-
try to heal you. Don't worry.
And I go
Heal.
all the way with no metagaming, so you do not know, and I'm okay with that. I like the
Heal.
challenge.
Bird with axe. Axe give
Yeah, I'd
good
have to go
heal.
over there first.
And it is your turn, Corvus.
Corvus is focused on the bat that is 30 feet away from him right now. And he's not thinking of much else. So, instead of shooting his bow, Corvus uses his gray matter, and he pinches his little leaf, flower, whatever. It's kind of like Karama, if you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho. He uses his thorn whip to try and grab the bat.
Sweet.
And that should be a hit. It only does 2 damage, but it allows me to grab him, and pull him towards me.
Grapple him.
So I got him grappled with the thorn whip or whatever.
Nah, it does. It only pulls. Doesn't grapple. Doesn't stay. There's another spell for that.
Well, you do pull him 10 feet closer.
Oh well.
Earthbind is the best for that.
Well, okay. The wolves will pass their turn, I guess, because there's nothing for them to attack.
And now they're in bat form. What are they gonna do? they gonna
Yeah.
run? Are they gonna fucking haze us from the skies? Like,
Fucking like do an elbow drop from up above, like
I am considering using my high ground advantage on these couple back here. Maybe try to help out, get them back down on the ground if I can.
Hmm.
Because now they can give us rabies.
David continues to fly upward into the air,
He's fucking off.
this time further and further out of sight, roughly an additional 60 feet away. Max follows suit.
Okay. So Max probably flew out of my range.
Unless you get a longbow or a crossbow or something, probably.
No, I do not. I have firebolt, but it doesn't seem to be extremely effective.
Well, it's still within range.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I'll go
attack.
20.
Is that which one was that? Is that where you had intended Ivanka to be?
Looks like Max is still not very high up at the moment.
Yeah, and I thought Max flew away.
Yeah, I moved the wrong mini. That's my fault.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. I see it, Max. Ivanka's the one that's still low.
Yeah, Ivanka's still only 60 feet off the ground, so she's roughly 12 squares up, and she is right in front of you, Artemiin.
Okay.
Whether she's eye height or eye level with you, that I don't know. You'll have to give me a minute
Yeah.
while I fix the minis.
That's no problem.
Great.
I am thinking of using something that is a 30-foot cone, so it's all good. She should be in range of it. And I'm just gonna basically aim her in the center of a cone of Rhymes binding ice, and I'm gonna need her to make a Constitution save.
Ooh, and that one.
Okay, yeah. So she is going to take 10 points of cold damage and is bound in ice, has 0 movement speed, flying in the air.
Oh, that's much better.
So that means she gonna start falling like a frozen rat.
Oh,
And then I am going to follow as she drops. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the side. But as I do so, of course, feather fall. And yeah, that's my turn.
Can I use that feather fall too, or did you just target yourself?
I did it on myself because I'm the only one who was falling.
That's fair.
Makes
It
sense.
has to be falling. No.
Get back on the ground, little ass bitch.
Oh, Kragnar up. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. And there is
Right.
a vampire on the ground.
Oh. Okay. Well, that Kragnar was sizing up a long-range jab chuck at the bat in the air, but then seeing the frozen Ivanka crumbling to the ground, he will take a few steps. And then swing hard at the bat. If I can get there, it looks like I can. You guys are nearby. Just this terribly reckless axe swing. It's just this huge magical blade of magical steels flying all around. He's not really very aware of the surroundings of it, but he appears to be going for the bat primarily, so that's good. Swinging once, twice, thrice. A 13 for the first attack.
Oof.
Yeah, maybe I'm finally reverting to the mean because I was having many, many good rolls. Uh-oh. That's a critical hit on the second one. This will be fun to roll. Here comes the damage.
Noise.
Oh,
That makes
so
up
max.
for
That'll be a 39 damage.
it. Yeah.
God damn.
Second strike.
You know, fucking max 12 on the first dice. Damn.
That second attack, when it hits, while the first one, you feel the fleshy body absorb the blow, and not well, mind you. The axe, like you said, is horrific and gigantic and horrible and kills things. As it strikes into the bat or Ivanka for the second time, however, it's as though your axe falls into an orb of mist. It separates the mists momentarily, but then they reform as your axe leaves, finishing your striking blow.
Is there a bat still around, or is it just a cloud of mist right now?
Yeah. It reverted to gaseous form.
I don't know if Kragnar would know what that is.
Well, you
The
can't
axe.
so don't worry about it.
The axe is like buried in the stone, sparks and all that stuff like that. He's gonna rip the axe out of the stone, and
The wolves are all snarling at you due to your carelessness.
he's gonna take another swing at right through the mist. He's gonna try to attack the mist. So I don't know how this works.
Do it.
I'm just going to roll and let the chips fall where they may. The 18.
This time, just before your blade hits the surface, the mist dissipates into the night. Or, should we say, breaking dawn.
Twilight.
No twilight, just breaking dawn.
She fucking got dissolved or evaporated by the fucking sun.
Well, there's this giant gouge in the stonework. He's basically hefted out a little chunk of stone with 2 axe strikes to the ground. And he sinks to one knee, and he begins breathing very heavily. Drops the sinks to a knee, kind of puts the axe in the ground, and is like, huh? And is struggling to regain his breath, looking quite exhausted.
Are we still in combat? I assume not, since the sun is here.
The sun is not actually here yet, but
Oh geez. So we're still in danger.
you guys are still amidst combat. I guess what I was trying to say there is she seemed to vanish.
Yeah, she dipping out.
Yeah. Just,
They're all dipping out.
Keep it more simple.
They were like, "Oh fuck, we can't just roll up here and kill everything. Damn, there's not enough time."
I don't think they were expecting you guys to be here.
They expected no resistance, and they met fierce resistance.
Or like you said, perhaps they did, and they just severely underestimated you. But at this point, they are fleeing. It looks
Hey, we
like
managed to kill 2 of them. That's pretty good, actually, considering they're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've seen them take, basically two successive rounds of combat, just moving away from you guys. So up to you whether you want to pursue them in some way or continue attacking.
So,
I think it's a moot point. We can't deal enough radiant damage to them to actually get them down quickly.
So is that 2 rounds?
Be nice here, but
That was some creative way, as you put it, get the frozen rat fall out of the sky. That was pretty awesome.
Ragnar clutches at the bite mark on his neck. Ah!
All right, yeah, appreciate it. I was sitting there thinking, like, what the fuck can I do about this?
When it occurred, I was like, "Oh shit!" Movement points 0. That's not good.
I'll roll the d. As combat ends, I'm gonna roll a d20, I guess, for my death save for my turn.
Aaron hobbles over to you and
we're gonna cast a healing spell on you first.
Well, does Aaron have a good healing spell?
I don't, but it's a 10 on a d20 medicine check.
Go for it. Otherwise, I roll a d20.
Exclamation R.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
So, and I do another death save.
All right. One of us, Corvus or Artemiin, gives you potion or spell.
I also got one more bonus action too. I could throw you this as well.
You're not there yet.
Shit. I mean, yeah. I guess are we still going for turns? Damn.
I've got one more 2nd level slot, and I could cast a spell called Healing Spirit.
We are out of turn order at this point.
Oh, it's okay. I rolled a nat 20 on my medicine check. You're perfectly fine.
What?
That's pretty
I'm
nice.
not gonna waste too much time.
Yeah, that's if you had missed that other one, because I'm counting like it takes a while to get down there. So, yeah, you're saving me just in time.
Spirit anyway. Anyone who's near me can heal 1d6 if they need to heal.
How far away from you is near you?
I mean, you're pretty close, Aaron, to Derek. You're like within,
When it appears, okay.
Oh,
a 5 space next to me appears with healing light. Anybody who walks into it can heal 1d6. All right.
Yeah,
It's a better way to put it.
Oh, there's lots of good stuff going around you right now. Tarak, you should feel very loved.
Yeah, I got close. I got one roll away, basically. Close as fuck.
Yeah. To be honest, the 7 and 9, and one more would have put you under.
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh, honestly, if Aaron had missed it, that second one, I would have rolled another d20 just for the hell of it. Oh, wow, I want to see what it was
You
giving.
should feel very loved. My one nat 20 per 5 sessions went.
Oh, it would have been another. Oh, I would have died. I tried
Definitely
rolling.
glad that I rolled that nat 20.
Oh,
You just did a
Next
death save
D20
anyway to
was-
see what you would have gotten.
And
yeah,
you would've
exactly.
died.
Yeah, it would have been a death.
Well, hopefully the priests would have been indebted enough to us to revive you for free, but yeah, not counting on it.
Well, to be honest, after you guys do your work of healing them, Father Lucian runs out of the church and says, "He's done it. He's done it. These lands are sacred once more. The Nightspawn have fled in terror from the Lord of Light." The priest, drops to his knees, clearly exhausted. He hasn't slept probably in at least 24 hours. He definitely didn't sleep the night. He spent most of it, trying to give you guys whatever support he could, which was mainly prayer up until the point he handed over some holy water. He looks tired, but he looks up at all of you and just says, "Thank you for what you have done for the town of Alaki. Whatever my
Dungeon
transgressions against this place, it is still my home."
Am I still taking necrotic every round from the bite?
We are out of combat at this point.
Okay.
You wouldn't have to take
So-
it. No, there's no
Okay.
round.
Okay.
Now you just take it every second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You are
they changed
dead.
the mechanics for the vampire thing a little bit. It seems like as long as you're still alive to take a long rest, it lets go. It lets you go.
Hey, you need to die and be buried, my friend.
That's what it said.
Yo,
So
get
Tarak,
your back.
on the other hand, was very close.
You basically Tarok. If you could see his skin, it would be very pale.
so,
So he's basically
oh, sorry, go ahead.
he's basically like sitting against the wall, just breathing deeply and going like, "Well, I've never been sucked on by a man, and that is not an experience I care to read to you again. Did we make it?"
I'll reach down with a bloody hand to offer to help you up.
Somehow I've seen you clear out of the closer I was to death. That was a weird feeling. But yeah, I'll definitely take the head. And it just gets up. Of course, making a passing remark to you being an undead. But he's still very weak and not feeling too good about it.
Zoom in on the shot of the Aaron's hand and Tarak's winged talon.
Orvis.
I'm gonna need some rest after this.
Orvis. Orvis.
Someone talking to me?
Orvis.
I can't hear you. Speak up, boy.
Thank you for healing.
Oh, you're welcome.
You
Corvus
good at,
kind of makes a whistling noise, and the wolves all turn to him in unison and kind of howl, and then they all disappear into mist. Howling mist.
that good trick. You're good at finding things. Because Kragnar threw 2 javelins, which hit, by the way. But don't know where they landed. What to find.
Corvus laughs and says, "You'll be pulling those out of the roof in the morning."
I think they are gone. My donation to church.
Indeed. It would seem that we have quite successfully prevented catastrophe, although we should not underestimate our foes. We very much would have needed the extra planar abilities of revival were it not for the sun.
You think?
Yes. Son, good. Son, good.
Tarok is gonna give you like a dirty look, like you think we managed that successfully? We got
Yeah.
lucky, boy.
Corvus laughs and says, "It's likely their fear of being torn apart by wolves is what saved us there."
To Tarek's croak, he fishes into his pouch and pulls a diamond and says, "Fret not, friend. You were never in any danger."
You think
Corvus
a
kind
diamond?
of stares at you for a second and keeps staring at you.
You think a diamond? Even that spell doesn't save you from turning into vampire spawn. Let's just keep moving on and hope we never have to. We get stronger before we have to deal with these guys again. He just limps inside the church.
All right. No more fighting about who suffered more and who got hurt more. And
Corvus
We
comes
did
over
it.
to you and holds out his hand, implying you should turn the diamond over to him since he's the one who could use it.
Pretty much.
As Artemiin wordlessly walks into the church, he just palms it into your hand without even looking at you.
Dark is down. By the way,
Corvus
this is
was
not.
going to make a snide joke about how it might be you needing this, but he decides not to.
I don't know about that. I didn't take any damage.
So,
Yeah, you don't
That
take a
don't
lot of
mean
damage
shit.
if you're down. Yeah, I took 19 damage in one hit, buddy. You'd go down fast.
yeah, I avoided like
I'm tricky.
4 or 5 hits. That still don't mean shit.
I'm Trixie, man. I'm Trixie. The Blade Singer's only survival tool is overwhelming amounts of magical Trixie.
Yeah, Aaron would have been good too if he'd used the shield.
I'm still trying to get the hang of playing a wizard. I'm not used to seeing this much on my screen.
Yeah. Yeah, you basically got to keep in mind what you can do at any given time, and it gets more and more and more and more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wizards get OP. Anyway, so Dark's gonna limp towards the bones and Invictus and say, "Do we finally have a victory here we can be happy about?"
Well, it appears the sun is broken, says Evictus. He just seems to be, like, tired, leaning, sort of in the corner of the room, the church, looking out one of the windows, and he looks tired. And you do see that the normal dim gloom of the locky daylight is now broken, and it is now daytime, though early in the morning. You can also hear in the distance roosters.
A welcome
Great.
sound, for sure.
And everyone's going to wake up and be like, "Oh, the weather's better today," and we get no credit. Ah.
You've brought the light.
Tarok's just gonna look at everybody and go like, "We haunt the shadows as shadows," and then he just goes into a corner, curls into a ball, into his cape, and just goes into a deep sleep at that time.
Yeah, Artemiin definitely seconds that, sees you getting comfortable, and himself leans up against the wall, sidles down into cross-legged position, and lets himself drift away for a trance. You can get that hot long rest in.
As Artemiin takes his rest in the morning and drifts off to sleep, revolving visions of jet black feathers and unkindness of ravens. No, men, no, half men, half raven. Their feathers ripple in the firelight, and the orange glow from its flame reflects in their cold, empty eyes. All at once they turn to look at Artemiin. They seem to enclose around him, slowly, inevitably. A leader among them steps forward, It is a face you know. It is the innkeeper, Erwin Mardikov, owner of the Blue Water Inn. He holds his hand outstretched, standing above you, and you realize you're on the ground, now awake, in the halls of the
Whoa.
church.
Weird. I feel like Artemiin would like suddenly take like the world's deepest breath because like during this particular trance he just like appeared as a corpse. All right. That's definitely something to ponder on. Might need to go have a word with this innkeeper.
What do you guys do? Oxen how long is a deep sleep right now. He needs it until the festival.
Yeah, there's 4 hours left of the long rest, so Artemiin's just gonna go walking around the town.
I'll take a 4-hour rest as well.
Yeah, Pragnar's sleeping. He's out.
At the moment that Artemiin awakes, you would also likely awake then if you guys are going to are knocking around the same time.
Oh yeah, Corvus and I.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna stand around for 4 hours while he sleeps, no.
You might see him awake, in that stirred fashion, is all I'm saying. And as the rest of you look to take a long rest after what was surely a rigorous battle, we do indeed have the festival tonight.
Cool.
Snap.
Got all my Kenku and Bardic inspirations back.
Get all my spells.
I say, get
Yeah.
90% of my spells.
Spells you can't use in a town racist against magic.
We just used a shit ton of magic in a town racist against magic.
Yeah, all
In the
of
middle
you
of the
were,
night, granted.
all of you,
It's
all of
ma-
you were like bad little kids breaking all sorts of laws at night.
Something
Say,
that the
using
recurring
our-
theme in this town
using
with
our
anything
most-
relating to the Baron's authority.
Corvus
our
is
most
right
powerful
on this
spells.
one. Only the one the Baron likes can choose spells.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody comes to investigate me.
Was
you'd
was
be-
Artemiin and Corvus doing something while we were sleeping?
I was just gonna say you
I-
guys would be offered like food and drink, by the priest. He would probably, be kind and what's the word I'm looking for here? Hospitable.
Hospitable?
Yes, that's the one.
Well, I shall certainly partake. It's been a long night.
But beyond that, at this point, he's just really just thankful. He doesn't have much to say beyond being appreciative of having the church really restored to what it was. A safe haven for this town, and feels now that maybe there is a chance. He seems to be a little bit higher spirited. Him and Evictus also seem to have ended their quarrels, at least for the time being, whether out of sheer exhaustion or just a lack of interest in continuing to talk about the subject.
Instantaneous good effects. Love it. Well,
Ragnar continues to sleep aggressively.
yeah, I imagine during the remaining 4 hours of them doing their long rest, and us being awake, I suppose
Also
Corvus
awake.
is following along. Oh, are you also awake?
Yep,
Are
I
you
only need
noticing
4.
our shuffling?
Yeah, I only need 4.
Well, indeed.
I'll shuffle with you.
I think, yeah, Artemiin steps out of the archway to look up at the sky, and as he does, kind of brings his gaze back down and notices the armored boots of a stranger.
Hello, friend. Good morning to you.
Indeed, good is a way one could describe it.
I have not seen the sun shine this bright through the clouds in many years. I would say good is the most appropriate way to describe it.
You are a denizen of Alaki, then.
I am a traveler. There is no place I call home, unfortunately, anymore.
And what brings you into the walls tonight, or this morning?
Oh, I come to see this beautiful church. I have heard many stories about it. Wanted to see it for myself. I've been to Voloki many times, but never paid it a true glance.
Well, you certainly picked an auspicious morning to do so.
Oh? How so?
Yes, well,
How
I'm sure
long?
you'll find the local clergy to be much more enthusiastic about their sermons now.
That is all very well, I suppose. He simply just smiles back in the direction of Artemiin, looking back and forth calmly between him and Corvus.
Is there
Corvus tries to keep a straight face, not trying to let on anything.
something that you require, sir?
No. I am on my way. Good day to you. He smiles,
Very well.
turns
Good day
on his
to you as
heel,
well.
and begins to walk in the direction of the town. This is a figure that you saw once before. And Artemiin especially, I would say, had at least a keen description of him from your familiar friend, Onyx, if I'm recalling his name correctly. I think that's his name.
Yeah. Was he was
He
in
was
the
in-
Baron's Manor?
He was in the coffin maker's shop
Oh,
discussing
okay.
with him something after Milisov had dropped off that package that he was carrying.
So, recalling this, I give Corvus a grave look as the stranger begins walking away and mutter a little under my breath, "He met with the coffin maker."
Yes, he did, didn't he? This one knows more than he was letting on.
Indeed.
Does my passive? Can I? I mean, is there any like insight thing we could do? Like, I don't know.
Oh, I would say both of you were around him long enough to go ahead and both roll an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say my passive's 17, so whatever.
Okay. Well, if you want to just roll with passives, what's your passive insight there, Artemiin?
Not great. My roll was better.
Oh,
I will
that's
stick
cool.
with your roll then.
Yeah.
One can roll,
Good
one,
choice.
one can be just calmly observing, one can take an active effort to observe, to feel the presence of lies and deceit. And you certainly get that feeling from him. What seems strangest about him is he never broke the threshold at the church, even though he had come to observe it.
Ah, okay. We'll say Corvus
Oh.
noticed that he stood carefully outside of the cordon of the church. I like that. Little bastards. Corvus also incidentally notices that Artemiin seems different, and he's going to ask him if everything is okay and if something happened last night. Something else.
So Artemiin is like starting to walk off as Corvus poses this question to him. He just stops. He does a quick turn on his heel, and not really loudly, but declares that his matron deemed fit to grace him with visions in the night. Visions of shadow warriors cloaked in feathers and a leader in town I intend to investigate.
Cloaked in feathers? Corvus asks. Like Kenku? Like.
I believe
Oh,
so.
different.
The visions were macabre and mostly symbols, fleeting images, but I could feel her charge. I could feel her intention. She wills me to investigate this clandestine affiliation.
Wait, you said something about the innkeeper?
I didn't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. God damn it.
You're thinking of my voice.
I merely said that the leader is in town and I intend to investigate.
Oh, I thought you said you recognized at least one of the faces that you saw or something.
I said he recognized the face of the gentleman who was standing outside of the church.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No worries. Just trying to clarify for you
I
so
thought
you
the
know.
face from the vision was familiar.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just remembered that guy.
Yeah, yep.
Nevertheless,
Corvus looks slightly concerned by your revelation, but he offers his help in working out the true meaning of this.
your aid would be greatly appreciated. I do believe it is no coincidence that I would be graced by these visions after we have made great strides to improve the quality of this town's livelihood.
Corvus kind of holds up his hand and kind of tells you to ease back and not to get your expectations up too high. This could be interpreted a lot of ways. This doesn't necessarily have to be a vision from the Raven Queen, even if Kenku were in it.
Ah, but see, you merely need to know where to look for the signs. The Raven Queen is everywhere, he says as he continues on.
I am merely suggesting to keep an open mind.
Oh yeah, he noted. But remember, he is a zealot.
Corvus is aware of this fact and for this reason does not continue the conversation any further.
And so yeah, so I figure in the following time for the rest of the rest, make a quick little jaunt over to the inn here. They said Blue Water. Yeah.
Blue Water Inn.
Yeah.
I'll go with him. Well, I walked with him while we were having this talk, I guess. We were walking and talking.
Indeed.
Guess I'll
assume
tag
Aaron.
along too, since yeah,
Yeah, Aaron's just the slow, quiet zombie
Yeah.
exactly.
hanging around behind us.
I'm kind of squinting in the sunlight and shielding my eyes from it with my hand.
So, as we walk in, Artemiin is scanning the bar for his target. He walks up to it and lifts and sets down his lantern with a thud.
You notice him kind of, like, not jump, but his eyes flutter a bit at this. And the young lady who's standing behind the counter, who is Danica, his wife, she does jump at this a little bit. The basket she's holding almost dropping out of her hands. Also, at the sound of the noise, Deluca comes out of the back room, the half-orc woman. Hello, friend. May I get you a drink?
Just water. I must quench the taste of battle from my mouth.
Battle, you
Corvus
say?
groans and orders an ale.
He walks over to what looks to be like a small pitcher lying next to several stacks of kegs and begins to pour into a large cup. Then brings it over to Artemiin and sets it down softly in front of him, sliding it just a few inches towards him. Your friend?
He
And an ale for you?
takes it graciously and begins drifting his gaze towards the innkeeper.
Corvus takes his drink in and slaps down several coppers.
Yes, Artemiin does the same. Must be a gracious customer.
And the innkeeper takes the copper off the table, or off the counter, I should say, the bar, perhaps, and walks over to his wife after doing so, and they exchange a quiet word before he shoots a glance over, just subtly, in the direction of Corvus and Artemiin at the bar. He heads back to you and whispers, I'm going to step into the back for a moment, but if you need anything in particular, just let my wife know. She'll be happy to help. He nods at Danica.
No, I'm quite certain I need to speak to you.
You're after my cooking tips. Like the taste of the soup? Or the stew, perhaps? I can show you. The small kitchen. A bit messy. He kind of nods his head in the direction. Kitchen.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm picking up the subtle hints. I was about to get really obtuse about it.
I was going to make you roll an insight check, and it was going to be very low.
1.
Artemiin, after a few silent moments of a stern gaze, lifts the handle of his lantern and lets it drop to his side as he begins slowly making his way around the bar.
Danica kind of gives a concerned look in Erwin's direction, but Erwin sort of just raises a hand to say it's quite all right, and then he invites you back visibly into the kitchen area. Deluca is just staring at you with the cold-blooded look that Kragnar probably looked at you with first. Just, resting orc face.
I suppose I probably would have also made a kind of curt nod towards Corvus, kind of indicating that he can do what he will. Follow or
Yeah,
not, it does
I'm
not
gonna
matter.
say as you get up to walk past me and look in your eyes to see whether you want or need us back there.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, he would extend it also to you. Double glance back and forth.
Before leaving the bar, Corvus asks Danica if she's heard anything about Kenku that live in Barovia. And if she doesn't know what those are, he described them to her.
You hear, like a contagious sound of children's laughter coming from the kitchen area, and as Artemiin and Erwin are walking back to the kitchen, Brahm and Bray just come flying out, almost like knock them both over. Well, not really knock them both over, probably give you some severe shots to the nether regions with their elbows, knees, heads, who knows. As you guys are walking in that direction, they're just laughing, cackling like little hyenas, and they fly out to the bar area. As you ask this question of Danica, she simply responds, now that you say, I heard a story the other day. Wild tales you hear from some of the travelers. Especially those Vistani folk. They tell me, interestingly enough, Kenku all come from one place. A terrible, terrible, vicious spell cast upon what was once a beautiful creature. That Kenkus once flew. Their wings spread far, riding on the night skies. But no more. All because of some curse. Someone named Pazuzu. That's it.
Does my 17 pass the passive insight check?
Absolutely. And I would say,
Corvus realizes she's talking about lycanthropes. Not Kenku, right?
she is actually.
Or was it right?
Yeah, she's talking about Kenku.
I'm thinking the wrong thing. I'm dumb.
That's all right. No worries. But you asked her about Kenku. She's replying that she heard the story of how a gigantic winged creature became unable to fly.
Oh, unable. Okay, I was trying to keep my mind a little too open there.
No worries.
Well, I suppose after getting kind of jostled to the side by a sudden outburst of rambunctious children running, Artemiin continues on into the kitchen and begins, looking about the corners and inspecting everything, kind of walking back and forth. Little agitated.
My best ingredients are back here in this cellar. If you would, follow me.
He silently does so.
Erwin kind of ushers you into the room, closing the door behind you as you walk past him. He looks kindly enough as you do so. Once he does close the door, however, his face looks slightly more grim as he turns to you. What took you so long?
I only go where the mother tells me.
I figured she would send an agent quicker than this. We have been waiting a long time, keeping a watchful eye, and are ready to serve you as you need us to.
Whoa.
How long exactly have you been waiting?
I myself have been in Barovia since I was just a young teenage boy. Sent here by her, of course. To be her eyes and ears. I have made a family here for myself. She was kind enough to send Danica. As I'm sure you can imagine, this place is not one welcome to companionship.
Small comforts must be taken where they can.
I am most gracious for her kindness. And I now have 2 sons, and an attachment to these lands.
It seems as though her will and ways are not fully in our grasp if she would make you wait for so long, but know that she is always watching, for I am here. But I must ask, I cannot be the first.
You are not,
Surely.
but I can only hope you will be the last.
Indeed, I would agree. Did you happen to hear the storm last night?
I was up all night. I would have approached the town, but you must understand my responsibility. He looks over to your shoulder, kind of in the direction of where Brahm and Ray came out of.
Indeed, a beautiful family, one you must assuredly do everything you can to protect. I do not blame you for seeking to protect that which is most precious to you. However, I would remind you of your service to our matron.
It is not only them I must protect, brother. I must protect my identity. And I also must protect my secrecy here.
Are there others?
Many.
I will rally my troops. You will take us to them.
Do you know the old windmill? They call it the Bone Crusher.
I am not familiar. However, I will find a map.
We meet there at the full moon's light. You are of course welcome.
Very well. Full moon it is. Take care and stay in the shadows.
His tone quickly changes as he begins to just bore you with the talk of herbs and spices that enrich his soup and stews, making them really irresistible to all of his customers as he guides you through the door of the cellar.
And I'm making like mildly convincing faces afterwards, kind of keeping up the air of secrecy.
He nods to Aaron as he walks past him. Please, if you are hungry, you must try some of this. He looks at Aaron, who's standing in front of what looks to be a well-roasted pig. He carves a slice out of the hindquarters, hands it to Aaron. Small cloth surrounding it.
I raise my hand up, declining his gesture.
Not a meat eater then. Quickly shifts and hands it to Corvus. Please, you then. Surely, one of you must try.
Okay. Corvus shrugs and eats a little bit.
What do you think?
How does it taste?
It's succulent, sweet. It tastes like pork, but perfectly cooked, glazed with some sort of. You think that may be either sugar or perhaps honey, something sweet.
Corvus nods in slight approval.
Oh, well, I should only hope that the Burgomaster has a better reaction than you, my friend. Or you are perhaps just, what do they say, a good poker face.
You will have
Well, I
to.
mean, the Burgermaster's had many hams in his day, so let's hope it compares well. Yes.
You will have to forgive our crassness and attitudes. It was an arduous night.
Pay no mind. You are guests here at the Blue Artemiin. I am at your service. He bows and says, I must return to my duties, of course, at the bar, however. As you see that the bar is noticeably more full than when you walked back into the kitchens. Ram and Bray now scattering, entertaining various guests at the bar.
Did you get what you were looking for?
Yeah, Artemiin shuts the door behind him and turns to the two of you. Indeed, I believe so. I think I may have acquired us allies. And we will need them in the dark times to come. And he looks to Corvus and, kind of flatly says, remember, the Raven Queen is watching. She will
Corvus
not
kind of
leave.
just sighs and rolls his eyes and says, "At this rate, we'll need every single being that isn't a thrall of Strahd in this entire place as allies, if you know what I mean."
A look of seriousness. He doesn't even refute this. He just says, yes, we will.
Though I certainly hope your Kenku friends are as numerous as you're implying.
They appeared as though they were. They appeared as though legion. However, we both know that the visions and signs from deities can be convoluted and complex. I believe that
I'll
in
leave
time,
the visions and signs of the Raven Queen to you.
I think that we will be able to piece together the puzzle and see the picture for what it truly is.
I mean, it's easy to assume that the Raven Queen simply wishes to usurp the throne of this place, but, I'll reserve my reservations. And Corvus states this quite bluntly to your face.
Oh, yeah. Artemiin doesn't like that. Artemiin does not like that at all.
Sorry, I know who the Raven Queen is. I know what she's about. I'm not gonna, pretend I don't.
She is about the balance of death, not snatching power. Everyone who has snatched power here is an affront to the natural order, and it must be snuffed.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you stick to those words, we'll always come to an agreement.
More like if she does, but I would say that's a pretty good analysis of the Raven Queen. If you ask me, she's probably more so mad than anything that Strahd is
Also,
consuming
to be
all
clear,
the
Corvus
souls
is a
of
little
this.
Corvus is a bit biased against her, by the way.
Oh, I would say I can pick up on that without an insight check.
Okay, I'm just being clear.
Oh yeah.
But if you have any knowledge of her,
I'm not trying to be a dick just to be a dick.
your opinion is certainly your
biased.
own. But I guess I would just say that she's most upset at the fact that there is souls being trapped here by an entity that is not in control of her, I guess I would say. So it's not a crass analysis on your part or an unfair analysis on your part. It's definitely fair, but
Corvus is just of the opinion that entities like the Raven Queen are just not very trustworthy. Not her in particular, just ones like her, you know?
I have to meet
Trust her or do not. The land that we stand in is hers. She cannot usurp what she created. Strahd is the blight on this land. He is the usurper.
Indeed. This we can certainly agree on. Although it also seems like these lands were never really meant to be conquered, especially not in this fashion.
No, the shadow plane is meant to be boundless, not
Yes, this whole
constricted.
place is not meant to be within the
Power.
Shadow Plane.
Yes.
I'm used to the Shadow Plane being somewhat more empty than Ravenloft is.
Indeed. The echoes of the souls of the dead go on forever, as far as the land itself. This state is unnatural. However, I believe we might be able to save the citizens, provided
If you're truly implying that souls cannot enter the fugue from here, then yeah, I see what you're saying. Although I've seen no proof of this myself, but I'll take it as fact.
we will have to acquire more knowledge always.
But yeah, this is one problem knowledge might be a bit inadequate to solve.
Preposterous. Knowledge is the foundation of problem solving. But I digress. Let us rejoin the others.
Very well.
So you walk out in the bar, you see two familiar faces, Irina and Ismark, sitting at the bar, both eating what looks to be a breakfast.
Do we want to approach?
Well, we haven't talked to them in a little while, so I suppose we probably should.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'll leave that to you guys. I just did all of that.
Corvus will speak to Irina and fill her in on some important details of what has happened lately, and he's also...
Working the bar now,
haven't-
Corvus.
Well, we were here to meet a contact of Artemiin's, apparently. He is implying that there are allies. He kind of whispers this to Irina, so everyone in the bar is not overhearing. It seems there are forces growing that might be amicable towards our goals.
Well, you don't waste time finding work, do you? Ismark leans over and says, I told you they were mercenaries.
Corvus asks her if she knows anything about an old windmill nearby.
The Bone Crusher?
Corvus nods.
It's not far away. I think one of you actually has a map, but if you don't have a map, she could give you brief instructions to it that you'd be able to refer to off your map. And
The one that has the map is currently asleep.
oh man,
Uh,
you guys
well,
are
that's fine.
sleeping still.
I'm just fishing for some juicy tidbits.
And she gives you a general description of how you'd get there, where it's at, enough to where you'd be able to travel there if you want to. Trying to get you a quick, smaller map that will provide you a better idea of where the bone grinder is. Called it
Well, Corvus lets her
the
know we
Bone
might be
Crusher
going there
because
soon. Next.
I listened to a lot of rap in the early 2000s.
Bone.
Look at
Bone
you
thugs in
go.
harmony.
Oh, well, that was my number one. Bone
For
Crusher was
show.
up there for sure, though. So where
It's
you
just
guys
a
are at
road
right
number.
now, this is just like a cool little character map that she shares with you. She pulls out, shows you. You're in Valoki now. Bone Grinder directly south. You follow Svalovich Road. Not hard to get there. You can cut through the Lost Woods here, but a bit sketchy, I've heard. And you realize that you've been headed into those woods, kind of headed in the more direct south direction. If you were looking at the map, you'd be headed like directly at the Kairist Pond when you guys were venturing off after Milisov, chasing him down to try and get those bones back. Had you have headed a little bit more southeast, you would have probably ran smack dab into the bone grinder.
Perfect. We're already familiar with the terrain.
And that map is awesome. We're definitely pinning that.
Yeah, for sure. Please do.
Corvus lets her know we're probably going to be going there soon to meet a contact, so she knows where we at.
I think she gave you the map too originally, didn't she? Didn't she give you a map?
Yeah,
All right,
that's true.
she gives you that one and is mad that you lost your map already and pulls another one out of her pocket. She's like, oh, you need an extra map.
We had a Kenku do a complete perfect copy of the map earlier.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's mad that you don't have the map on you, I guess. And the Kenku is not there to argue, by the way, Mr. No Metagaming.
Okay.
Indeed. Thank you very much. We will certainly be speaking with you again. Stay safe. Though it may be brighter, it is still not dawn.
Corvus sighs at your metaphor-laden platitude.
Irina seems to appreciate it. Ismark gives you a look that he gives most people when they're talking to his sister, one of concern and utmost attention, observing your every eye movement, body movement. He is enthralled.
Oh yeah. Artemiin is very singular-minded. Smite the dead. Nothing more.
Yeah, he shows no signs of animosity towards Artemiin. Just a keen intent on what he's saying.
All right, and then I suppose are we heading back to our companions?
Yep.
Finish out the rest of their
It should be getting up soon, right?
I would say at this point you guys are probably returning them as they wake.
Yeah, spent some time hanging out, drinking water, drinking beers, eating food while everyone else is
beers.
out.
Seems like a good way to recover from last night's events.
Yeah.
As you return, you find that Invictus and Father Lucian seem to be looking rather restored, as though they may have taken some rest at some point after everybody else had fallen to sleep. But Father Lucian is, of course, back up. Invictus is now just seated in the corner. He appears to be in some sort of meditative state.
Okay, so imagine Tarek and Kragnar are just kind of getting a little shuffly in their sleep, kind of coming out of it as we breeze in.
Derek's going to be the one. He's going to be sitting down eating a piece of jerky, going like, "It seems you got an early morning on us." Well, I should say afternoon at this point.
Apologies, my friend. I did not want to break your rest. You did so need it.
You'd have gotten a pecking if you had tried to wake me up. Sorry about yesterday. Getting bitten in the neck and almost dying got me into out of a growl mood, if you want.
Ha ha ha. Indeed. It is understandable. And yes, we have had an early morning. And one that has borne much fruit. And kind of gathers everyone around and relays the events of the morning conversation with Erwin, conversation with Irina.
And as usual, Turok perks up on the mention of Arena, but perks up even more on the mention of Kenku.
Indeed, my friend.
I think you're making a mistake here about Kenkus. Our people, and I am one of the Kenku, don't worry about that, do not hide ourselves that well. Some of us can't even speak properly, need to repeat sounds to make words. Our curse has been long and hard on our species.
Yeah, when you mentioned the curse, Corvus was thinking lycanthropy, obviously, but that's just because what his mind immediately jumped to. Because it's a problem he deals with often.
Yeah, no, we're dreaming of finding our wings again. However, these might be just agents of the Raven Queen, as you say. There might be Kenku hiding out in these lands, for sure. We tend to stick to the shadows. The feathers help. Well, I wouldn't think that everybody who worships the Raven might be a Kenku. And no, not all Kenkus worship the Raven Queen, including present company.
Given your complicated relationship with her, it is understandable. Yet curse or no, I know what I saw. There are those who would.
There are many origin stories to the curse of the Kenkus.
Well, if they're not Kenku, there's not a whole lot else they could be.
Who knows? I'm guessing once we see that mill of yours, we might have a better idea of what my people are around here, or if the Raven Queen's influence is just stretching into this realm as well.
We will know on the night of the full moon, when we meet with their leader.
You sure that's a good idea?
We have to meet them on the full moon. Corvus cocks another very suspicious eyebrow. Now,
Yeah,
almost certain we're talking about lycanthropes, by the way.
Yeah.
Kenkus are no lycanthrope. As you can see, no moon, still a bird.
Yes, it seems this clutch of Kenku may very well be a clan of were-ravens. Not much of a stretch.
It does sound that way.
Perhaps.
Who knows?
Perhaps there is more than meets the eye and the ear in this situation. We will come to find out soon.
Well, from what I know about were-ravens, they wouldn't be too happy about the status quo of this place. Maybe we could find allies in their midst after all.
Precisely.
Doug just shrugs and moves towards the door. Well, whatever. Kenku, not Kenku. We've still got a festival
Well,
to
they're
attend to
promising
right
help,
now.
and it's our only promising start for now.
Yeah.
And if they make good on it even a little bit, well, I'm willing to call that a win.
We'll see when we get to
A
that.
much needed win.
Yeah.
Oh, we did get some holy bones right now. Well, now let's get ourselves a nice performance. Twinkle Toes. We need your dancing prowess.
Yeah. So I was just about to say, since it's probably not quite festival time yet, I want to spend all of my time up until that point. Y'all do whatever you want. I'm just calling it right now. I am practicing a routine compulsively in the hopes to be at least, practiced and know what I'm doing and going to do when I get on that stage.
Advantage.
Yeah, Corvus is just going to cast guidance on you before you do it anyway.
In any case, I think. Let me think here.
While you're thinking, all of you guys who saw Terok react to the words of Kenku's and him trying to deny that they might be there, there's something underneath there. He was just not saying anything about it.
Being a little cagey.
Well,
Ooh, I
your
like
input cleared things up.
Pun intended.
I mean, let's be honest. If there were Kenkus around, we'd see them. They'd be people.
Yeah, he's definitely not. Just talking about Kenku's in general, not this precise situation.
But like by their nature, they wouldn't necessarily all live in a clan or whatever, like lycanthropes tend to.
Oh, they would definitely. Actually, Kenku's
they would, and isolate themselves.
Yeah, because there's they're huge racism against them for good reasons.
We'll just call them xenophobic, okay?
No, they're not xenophobic.
Really?
You've kind of gotten the sense of that from most people's reactions to Terok as he's kind of moved throughout the town. Very few people have met Terok with lots of hospitability.
Yeah.
More so, he's often met with either. I think you remember the first time he tried to talk to someone, they just flat out ignored him.
Yeah, I got a bad rep.
I was trying to drop those subtle, reactive hints throughout, but
I'm gonna have to do that more often.
Yeah, sometimes mine are missed. I get a little too subtle with it, I think.
And basically, he's met with distrust and disdainful looks everywhere he goes, even though he keeps a positive and boastful attitude.
And while most people in Barovia as a whole have that kind of shitty general demeanor towards everybody, even more so towards Terok. So you guys, if you haven't felt that or seen that throughout the life of the campaign so far, let me just, reiterate or highlight the fact that it's been the case.
I've been feeling it. And I've been feeling really bad that I'm not charisma based to fucking convince them to shut up.
Yeah, we practically realized this whole place is in the shadow plane. We're not surprised anymore.
Well, dismal and pessimistic is definitely the characteristics.
It's oppressive to life in general. Like, it is.
So basically, Terok's going to help out with the performance by doing some music for him, but he's also going to practice a number on the side for himself.
Oh, hey, some music to go with his routine. That's a good idea.
Yeah, playing the lute.
Now we just need somebody for some vocals.
Not me.
Drum.
Not in real me. Not in real me.
Ragnar can do drum.
But just to fuck with Corvus, Terok is actually going to imitate Imelda's voice, just to see how he reacts to it.
How
Dude,
well
I
do you
mean,
do
good.
it?
You pretty much perfectly thanks to mimicry.
Like
Yeah,
your singing
exactly.
voice?
No, but her exact singing voice and say like, "Hey, Corvus," just like in her exact voice.
Corvus looks impressed, then asks if you could sing a whole song like that.
Yeah, only if you pay enough.
Could you without your voice cracking? Perfect performance. I'd love to see it.
He actually does the whole song without cracking
They
his
have
voice
to
a single
enchant
time.
you and make you do it someday. Oh,
Oh,
no,
he
you're
does.
offering. Okay, that works.
He actually just does it now, like completely just to shut you up. Because yeah, that's
Mm.
do not take down their do not look down on the abilities of my people. We might not be innovators, but nothing else compares to
I'm
the
not
our
claiming to be a
copying
singer.
company.
I'm not a.
Ignore Miss Imelda.
Yeah, we all do. Little Starlight brought some shine into our
But I
lives.
am sensing many ways in which this can be taken advantage of. Like, if you hear another singer, can you mimic them just as easily?
He actually mimics at that moment another male's voice singing a voice. What do you think?
How do you do that?
You at that moment, Tarek's gonna look at you with like kind of those. At that moment, he's gonna drop a little bit of that emotion from his face, and his face is gonna look even more bird-like than usual. And you'll notice kind of like, bird eyes. They don't look at you directly because they don't usually have irises. Like they're just dark. And he's gonna look at you and he's gonna say, without moving his beak, you do realize I don't have lips on me.
That's why
But
it's so impressive.
But that will creep you out though, because that sound came from nothing.
From the guttural depths of your throat.
And that voice had no emotion to it. So that was creepy. Like even if you act like you're tough, that's gonna creep you out inside.
But you did it without like moving your mouth at all. is what you're
Exactly.
Freaking ventriloquist.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna take back his normal attitude and go like, yeah, basically our people are expert at copying whatever we can hear. But that does creep some people out, of course. Anyway, let's get ready for some fun. I'm looking forward to that festival. Gonna ruffle some feathers tonight.
Artemiin's just doing flips. Little
Ah.
flips in place and shit.
You can
I'm-
actually hear some of the commotion from the town square. As there's definitely an event being prepared. The town square is being filled with all sorts of colorful decorations, vibrant paper displays, and things of such nature. And really, there's an overall sort of whimsical feeling in the air, something you're not really used to, especially being in Vallaki for the short time that you have been. We feel a sense of change, as though perhaps Vargas Valakovich has found something in these festivals. Or perhaps it's just the air of pretend that the entire town seems to put on so as not to face the dire consequences of his ill-turned eye, we'll say.
Dungeon Master, I'm going to try to find my 2 javelins this morning.
Okay. Are they stuck into the roof just like I predicted?
Yeah, who knows?
Please,
I'm going to try to remember what they were.
like as you look around, almost like in desperation, thinking, "No, they're lost. I'm not going to find them." You look up into the skies, kind of frustrated, sighing, and you see the hilt of one of them sticking out of the roof, and
Have a fun climb.
another one not far from there.
Oh, there they are.
Seems easy enough to get up
Okay.
there from
They're
the
upstairs,
perches
by
that
the
are
way.
upstairs.
Sure. I'll go grab him. Kragnar comes back with a very spirited look on his face. Found.
Hefty throws, good sir.
Yes.
Turok quitting making the creaking, rusting sound every time that Aaron moves around, as if he was like his knees were rusted. Just looks at you like, "Oh, congratulations! You found or there's pointy things."
Where is Aaron? Oh, he's still outside.
Ragnar hit back from 60 feet in air.
All right. It seems the festivities are finally beginning. Might have some fun tonight. Or at least pretend of fun.
I surely hope so, Father Lucian says. All of you certainly deserve to have some. But I must ask one more favor of you. And he kind of bows his head, shamefully having to ask you for something more after doing so much for the church and himself and the town of Valaki.
Please
Okay.
please raise your head.
He makes eye contact with the rest of the group, starting with Tarak, and kind of replies, I have spoken to Evictus. Agreed that it is worthwhile. Try and investigate the home of the Burgomaster to see if we can find proof of Evictus's claims. He is right. Long ago, I did abandon him and turn a blind eye to the claims that he made against the Burgomaster. But no more. No more will I be persuaded by coin. You must seek out his home. I do not know how is best to gain access, but I do know that his guard is limited there during festivals, as he and his family are usually there to partake. Although his son can be hit or miss in his attendance to the festivals. He is always there at the beginning, it seems, but he often slips off for the end from my observation.
The Baron has a son, you say? He kind of says, and then looks towards the party for a moment and says, "That would explain the room in the attic."
Yes, he's a troubled boy. His father and him have a difficult relationship. But I do not believe he's much like his father.
And that is where we will press.
Is there anything specific we should look for in the house with the Burgomaster?
Evictus believes the Burgomaster has been making deals with outward forces. Specifically, the one we do not name. Giving him fresh bodies to feed upon. He likes
Artemiin.
young women, men, it does not matter.
What, children?
It seems the younger the better.
Artemiin resists the urge to spit.
Disapproving growl. Angry growl from Kragnar.
Turok spits instead of Artemiin.
She's trying not to spit on the floor in the church.
Yeah, not religious kind.
This disgusts me as well, my friends. but that which is most evil often seeks to consume that which is most innocent.
Ragnar have half mind to kill this Berg Master.
Well,
We
we knew he
must-
was bad, but
We must first make some sort of proof against these claims. If we simply attack the Burgomaster, we will have all of the guards of Valaki to deal with. And well, after seeing you deal with those vampires last night, I think you may be capable of the task. I do not wish to see any of you fall, as my request falls at your feet.
Turok
yeah,
will
the
look
town
rubs his
still
neck.
needs guards.
Turok rubs his neck and mentions just of the vampires. Yes, indeed. We might be gathering strength. We're still far from being able to take the guard of a whole town just by ourselves. We did escape by the literal skin of our neck yesterday.
Tell that to that one. He says, nodding towards the open door where you see like a stain on the ground where Marco once was.
Yes, I love it.
That one definitely went back into shadows where it belongs.
Yeah, they always expect to be able to hit and run without any casualties. We showed them.
Something tells me one is not going to be enough to quell the night from taking over.
Yeah. Turok, in support of Bartolucian, just looks at Corvus with his bird eye and goes, if you think that's the extent of the strength we fight against, the shadows will swallow you whole in here. Be wary of overestimating yourself here.
I'm
no.
implying they have an entire army of vampires. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying too. That was just one of them.
Okay, I missed that. So retcon that last comment.
You have more holy water?
Misunderstandings.
Yeah,
He takes
I was
heed
about
to your
say,
comment. Absolutely.
Nobody leaves here without holy water.
Yeah.
Need
Corvus
more.
also
but
recommends
Nicholas-
everybody carry a wooden stake with them as well, at least one.
Oh yeah,
Because if you happen upon a vampire's resting place, you need to have a wooden stake with you.
I can pass out stakes. I have stakes. No one needs to go looking for stakes. I have stakes. I will
Yeah,
give
I've got
stakes to each of you.
I've got things I can improvise into them as well.
Turok looks at Ragnar and goes like, why are you giving me food? It's delicious, but that kind of steak is not the one we're looking for.
Oh my god.
I'll take steak and another glass holy water. Now have 2.
Perfect.
Good.
We're all set, I think. Believe we reassure the pastor that we will do our due diligence to commit to effective detective work. And in return, he make good on his promise to stray away from his path of lechery and greed.
Yes. Where to now?
I believe you gotta make it out into the town, see what's
Dude.
going on, right?
Two-part?
You can already hear what sounds like a full-blown party now going on in the streets. There isn't music playing loudly, but more so like a cacophony of a bunch of people tuning their instruments and trying to practice their various different numbers, resulting in just like a terrible sound. But for the time being, it still seems to provide some sort of whimsical nature to the rest of the town's occupants who gathered now in the town square. You can also see, if you walk out into that area, or walk out from really the Blue Water Inn, and a large gathering of people that are now there. And at the head of one of the buildings, surrounded by a set of guards, is of course the Baron himself. Not far behind, at heel, is Strahd.
Can we take a wee little break
Yeah, absolutely.
before we get into this
Yeah.
festivities?
Yep. Let's take 5 for everybody, or 10, or whatever we need, and we'll be back shortly.
Cool.
We gotta go to the town center waypoint.
Yeah, and I'll put a little sphere out for you guys who are wondering where the town square is, and I'll be right back.
Well, it's always fun to be able to show a little bit of the hidden sides of a character.
What's that about?
Always fun to show a little bit of those little details that people don't realize that, like, yeah, you're a bird that talks, but you don't have lips.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back. In the next few weeks, I'm doing a new campaign. Like I'm in an in-person campaign just right now, and we're doing the last boss, and we're starting a new campaign in the next few weeks. I think I'm gonna.
Did you say 9-person?
There are nine. I think there's 8 of us, and 7 or 8 of us in the campaign. Well, we're doing a new.
Heavy party.
Yeah, well, it's based on the fact that some people don't show up. Also, some people don't show up each time. But when we do show up, there's a lot of us. But we're doing the last boss like next week. No, the one after that actually, and then we're doing a new campaign. And I think one character I'm going to do is going to start with as an alchemist, not an alchemist, an artificer with a robot companion. But then
Nice.
but then the artificers. I'm going to talk with my DM. I want the artificer to die very dramatically in session 1, and the robotic companion becomes a warforged paladin of revenge.
Oh hell yeah, Vengeance Paladin. Sweet. That's kind of cool flavor. I definitely feel like it's a missed opportunity to be a bad motherfucking ass artificer though.
No, but the idea is.
Artificers are dummy strong, man.
Oh, I know, but the idea is you have the character sheet for the artificer session 1. You die dramatically. People go like, "Oh fuck, you died. That sucks." And then you take out the sheet for the actual character and go like, "Nope, this is the real one now."
I suppose that is a nice, funny bait and switch.
I played kind of a complicated character. It's a kobold artificer. It's basically like Iron Man, who
Yeah, the
fought
armor
inside.
artificer is sweet.
Well, he fought inside of what was basically a Warforged fighter stat sheet.
Oh, that is complicated.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a little convoluted.
It was fun though.
Oh, I bet.
It was basically like being polymorphed because once the suit took enough damage, it would eject him.
That is pretty cool. I would go for that. But I like the idea of just going like do a switcheroo on the character sheet just for shock value, and then you're making him act like basically he's gonna talk like in the Ultron in the Avengers, but in a good way because I can't be too evil. All those fuck these guys are. The team I'm playing in person are genuinely like twisted motherfuckers, honestly. To the point that they'll make fun of a woman that was tortured and turned into an undead because she was slightly mean to them one time. Like they will dismiss and destroy her, even though there's a way of saving her, just because she was a bit of a bitch one time.
Seems fair.
Oh,
Sarcasm.
yeah, exactly. No, even the DM is like, yeah, she just gives you the middle finger and just walks away.
Straight up. It's very rude.
It's funny though. I'm actually supposed to be the balance guy, but eesh, balancing that much chaotic energy is, yeah, intense.
Troublesome. Well, if we are all back, not sure if we are. Give it a minute here. For those of you that are, you certainly see that there's less less of a whimsical nature than some of the faces would imply at first glance when you really focus. No one seems to really having a good time. They all just seem to be present, in attendance, I guess would be the best definition of their presence there. Like dull barflies, they sort of wander around aimlessly around the town square as the various, festival entertainment begins to what looks to be preparing on stage. You do see, like I said, in the corner of the festival, the Baron himself, Izek, just behind him, as well as the Baroness and several other female guests just behind them.
Well, I suppose we make our approach, yeah?
Sure. Sounds good.
Cautiously, not quickly.
Oh no, Tarek's gonna go like boastfully, like he's in a festival. He's having the time of his life.
Izek sort of gestures towards Artemiin as Artemiin's walking up, gesturing towards him while talking to Vargas Volakovich, sort of nodding in his direction, and an approving look on his face, whispering something in the Burgomaster's ear. The Burgomaster, all the while nodding, as a smile begins to cross his face, and just as you approach Artemiin, well, I've heard quite a bit about you. My friend Izek here tells me that you're handy with a blade.
I have some skill indeed.
Oh, modest you must be. Izek does not pay compliments easily, you see. He looks back at Izek, and Izek's just smiling, an unpleasant smile, and nodding at you, again, still with approval. So tell me, You plan to display your talents on stage for us today?
You need but clear the stage.
Well, surely you'll have to be one of the lesser acts. He says this with like an air of arrogance, as though, even impressive as though your skills are, he has much more in store for the people of Valaki. What was to be put on display today, surely your skills could only be an opener for. And all of this comes out just oozing out of his every word, meaning to one-up you for sure at every turn. So you see, you must be what we call a part of the opening act. You will perform first. Then you have free reign to enjoy the festival and the various feast that follows. Not a bad deal, eh? You help me, I help you. We all win.
Your confidence in the displays of your festival must be very high.
You will be
Or-
amazed, certainly.
I do so hope. And with, the registration of being told that he's going first, kind of gives the Baron a slight bow, not fully, but just like, little head bow, mild lean forward, and kind of starts looking around to his party members and gathers up those who were talking with him about including themselves. Tarek, Kragnar.
In the meanwhile, the Baron gives a clap of his hands. You see several of the guards begin to kind of sort of rush the stage and begin to kind of, not unkindly, but in an order fashion, usher the various bards and musical players off the stage.
You do good.
So,
Drum.
yeah, I'm thinking,
And you look on the stage as Kragnar says this to you, and you see the sight of two what looks to be their chokeholds or guillotine. So,
gallows.
gallows of some
Yeah,
sort.
they're-
Exactly.
what are these things called? I forget. Damn.
I can't remember either, but
They're called stockades.
yeah, there you go.
Stockades. Yeah.
Stockades.
Yeah.
So you see these two stockades sitting just on the edge of the stage, and you notice that this isn't exactly a stage for performance.
Artemiin thinks to himself, how utilitarian.
Yeah.
You hear a familiar voice from behind you, and it's Ismark. He's in the crowd with Irina, and he says, yeah, you better not fuck this up. You might end up there in the stockade instead of a performer, you know?
Kragnar, get up on stage. Kragnar's drumming.
Me drum.
So, I feel like we probably would have discussed a little bit of how we're going to do this. I'm thinking Tarek and Kragnar go up there and kind of start lightly, without
Corvus
me.
is gonna give you guidance and
Word.
stick around.
Derek's gonna look at you and start playing with his lute, like tuning it in. Gives you a nice big wink. He goes like, "You got the eye of the tiger today. I'm sure you've got it." And you're like, "Dong, dong, dong, dong," and now you have bardic inspiration.
Oh no, I've just fucking glitched Artemiin under the fucking ground. Hold on,
No.
Uh-oh. Let's see if I can help.
Oh, I got this. I am proficient in Tailspire.
I was just gonna say, yeah, most people aren't as proficient as you. I usually have to come to the rescue. Thank God for you.
All right,
I'd
so
say
yeah,
all of you are pretty good.
You starting it off kind of slow. Artemiin's in this kind of crouched, kneeling position, kind of at the ready for the beat to drop.
Drop
And
the
as-
beat, Dungeon Master.
As the music then begins to crescendo, he comes out of his kneel into a backflip and draws his blade as a part of landing it and goes into the routine that he has set up of a series of flips and spins, pirouettes, twirls, whatnot, and what have you. Giving it his all, man. Alright, so would you say, because I was prepping for this all this time, that I have advantage?
Absolutely.
Alright. Okay, so 21 is base. Then let's go ahead and start rolling for the inspiration and guidance. It's D6 of inspiration, right?
Yep.
The exact same result as last time. 27. Crushed it.
You hear sort of that Spanish style tune, very quick strumming of the guitar, as you can see your backup band is just ripping through their instruments right now in support of your epic performance. And you can hear that the town of Vallaki is definitely into it. The noise level in the town has gone from that kind of low drawl to what sounds like concert level excitement. You can also see that people are actually strolling out of their homes, doing so cautiously not to be noticed by certain members of the town, specifically Baron Velakovich. But you can see that even these folks creeping out of their windows or doorways of their houses are now excited from a distance. This performance begins to wow everybody in the town square and beyond. While all this is happening, the Baron seems to be extremely happy with what's going on. He's kind of rushed to the center of all of it in the front. You can see him smiling there, sort of clapping or tapping his foot along with whatever is the tune or beat of the music, as well as trying to keep his head and eyes in contact with, or I guess in unison with the movements of the blade singer on the stage. And while all this is happening, Izek Strasny is kind of just looking back and forth between the Burgomaster and the blade singer and smiling as though he's done his job well. The perspective of those of you who are in support of the blade singer on stage, you can see that the crowd is thoroughly enjoying what's happening right now, almost as much as the Burgomaster, but probably none more so than him. As the performance comes to a finish, or a close, you're met with just a rigorous round of applause, as well as cheers for encores. And this is quelled by the Baron as he makes an announcement, sudden and impromptu. No.
Oh, there he is.
We cannot tire out our greatest performer. And he lets the crowd kind of eat this up a little bit as they roar in approval of his statement, agreement perhaps. And of course, his band, merry fellows he brings with him, pointing at the support band. And there's like a lesser but still enthusiastic cheer at this. And you guys are the Ringo Stars of the group, and you're cheering for John Lennon, or Artemiin in this case. But it looks like, you guys have kind of achieved a level of status in the town of Valaki, and now that you've performed in such a way, you have a boon, basically. You have something that is going to be, I think, beneficial to you as the Baron announces that no tavern or inn will charge this group whilst they stay here in Valaki. And the look at that Erwin Mardukov and his wife, who you can see in the crowd as well, have on their faces as this announcement is made is one of just absolute disgust, but there's no protest or sign of protest on their face. They simply just look at each other with a sense of acknowledgement.
Free food, good.
Artemiin graciously stands up after his final bow and, listens to the Baron's words. And, gives a loud kind of gracious thanks for the ovation and, clears off the stage.
Turok's not gonna be so subtle and gonna go with a good old Mexican grito going. And there's like ring with his lute going a little bit faster and do a bow and follow suit, stepping off the stage.
Oh no, Ragnar. that stage is a doozy.
Ah,
DM is BR back. You have a chance to step down now.
oh, I'm in space. I'm in outer space.
Oh no, you actually got lost. Yeah, you gotta really finagle it to if you get dropped under the map to try to
I'm
get
off.
yourself out from under.
I'm back. All right, that good. We do good.
Indeed. Spectacular performance, you two.
Sometimes you have to let the other one be the star of the show, and I'm glad it was you this time.
Well, I'm glad that all of my training has finally been put to the more performative use as opposed to the violent kind.
Twinkle Toes, you might just give up the life of servitude and, try to do some arts and crafts. Could be fun.
In another life. Perhaps.
Well, as far as we...
In this land, we have no such leisures, but I do believe that we have been afforded some small measure of favor in this town.
Dark's just gonna roll his eye. Always the killjoy. Come on. We've had a good time, a good show. Free drinks. And now we get to have some time in the Burger Master's house, if possible.
Indeed.
He winks at you, heavy with beating.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. He picks it up. Artemiin's, poker facing it, but he's definitely thinking about how he's gonna fucking place a ton of traps in the Burger Master's house.
Let's get more about exploring, but okay.
Hey, you see where his mind goes.
To each his own.
Yes. Derok's gonna take out the popcorn while you get dragged up to the...
You can see that, the Burgomaster, even Isaac, is taking in drink at pretty excessive rate at this point. The excitement seems to have boiled over to everybody at this point as well, and that seems to be the general consensus now. As most of these feasts, from what you've heard from barflies and tellings of other villagers, tend to turn into let's get drunk fest. Those who want to drown their sorrows often do.
And we just basically kicked it off. much quicker than usual.
Pretty much, yeah. People were excited and got 2-3 beers in by the time they'd normally just be sipping on that first mundane beer, watching the terrible performances of the locals. Jimmy and his guitar. Jimi Hendrix. Stupid whammy
Well,
bar.
If nothing else, we've put a smile on many faces.
So, do we want to skip the party and explore interesting parts of town?
We
Seems
want to take the opportunity while we have it.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Everyone's getting a little schwazy here. Wouldn't really notice if we kind of dipped out. But let's not do it super obvious.
Everybody leave at once.
So I think Artemiin is going to shuffle off a little bit, kind of mingle around, and then find himself in kind of like an alley or whatever, where he can pull Onyx out and send him flying. Go get a peek.
Eats a plate of food, has a drink or two, and meanders out on his own.
Say I make absolutely no effort to conceal my just walking out.
And
Zombie
Aaron's still,
presence.
Aaron's still just zombie walking, just like kind of like, fuck, the sun is still bright as fuck today, even though it's not bright at all. He's like, this sucks. I love Aaron, by the way, his character and how he moves. The description.
I feel like I'm being fucking sunburnt.
Slowly peeling skin. Alright, well, with that, I would say you guys can take a level.
Ooh.
Hey!
Hell
That was a tough
yeah!
fight. We deserve it.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was-
definitely about time after some of the recent events and milestone with the Burgomaster obviously having won his affection. Now, let's see how fast you can lose it.
yeah, that's the other part.
That's the other part, right? But I think this is probably a good stopping point as you guys sneak off into your various alleys. An awesome place for some RP stuff if you guys want to carry on throughout the week. For whatever you may do on your own in between the time you end up at the Burgomaster's house and the time you leave the party or the festival. But I'm all ears for anything you guys want to try to accomplish in the midst of that or in the meantime before you enter the Burgomaster's house. And short of a long or short rest at this point, but I would say none of you really should need that.
We're all good.
Yep.